Thank you very much for attending this session. Today I briefly introduce VlookUp. We have a value and we want to find it in a table, or at least find it between two numbers it is. And then based on what we found, we will go and find some other things corresponding to this specific value. Suppose this is the score scheme, grading scheme, to turn final overall grade of students into letter and corresponding numbers. I have the student here. I have their grades here, their final grade. And I want to enter their letter grade as well as their quantitative value associated with each letter grade. While I'll teach VLOOKUP, I also like to explain a couple of Excel functions. Gradually, we need to feel comfortable with these functions to be able to implement them in different areas. In my previous lecture, I explained if you want to create 1, 2, 3, one way is to type 1 here and then go here, say 1 plus this one, enter, and come down. And then I create 1 to 16. The other way of doing the same thing is I'll go here, right click, come down, go up, leave it series. With a step of 1, I want to go to 18, not in a row, but in a column. And that is those numbers. One other way is if I go here and type row A1, or B1, or C1, or D1, or Z1, whatever, or AA1, it will give me 1. Row A1 will give me 1. Now if I copy this down, A1 becomes A2 because that is a relative referencing, and it will be 2. And if I copy it all the way down, 1 to 16. If I go in front of this row, type char, and then close it, and then come down. It will give me some characters, but if instead of A1 I type A97 and I have memorized it, that is the character number associated with lowercase a. I enter it, and therefore I can create A to P in the first column. That is the way which can replace typing A, B, C, D all the way down. I just type A97, row A97, and that will give me 97, and then I put it in char, it will give me A. Now if I want to make it capital, I go here, before char, I type proper. I open the parenthesis and I close the parenthesis, and now I have A to P capital here. These are the name of some hypothetical students. I come here also, I want to try to generate a number between 50 and 100, for example. I'll go and type equal to 50 because the lower limit is 50. Then I type 50 multiplied by, and here I type rand. Rand will give me a number between 0 and 1. That 0 and 1, when it is multiplied by 50, becomes 0 to 50. When added to 50, it will be between 50 and 100, but it has decimal point. Oops, I think I made a mistake over here. Instead of plus, I put multiply. Now I have the grade of students, final grade of students, and I have a table here. 0 to 60 is F, 60 to 63 is D minus. Therefore, VLOOKUP works like this. Take a number, come here and find it out. For example, suppose it is 78. It's greater than 63, greater than 67, greater than 70. And then it will go and find the range. When the next one is greater than what I have, it is 78. It will come here. It is not 80, but it is greater than 76. And that would be C plus. If I like to look in the range, if 78 also has a meaning over there, this first column should be sorted. And I always look only at the first column, not in the second, third, to find the value. But that table could be anywhere in the Excel sheet. I will go through the example and things become very simple. I have this grade equal to VLOOKUP. The only thing we should remember is this table or this table, the table of 2 columns or 3 columns. If we are looking for ranges, if ranges also have a meaning, for example, a student who has got 68, it is between 67 and 70, and it has a meaning. It is grade is D plus. If that is the case, the first column must be sorted, which is sorted in this case from small to large. We look up for this value where here I can mark only this 2 column or all 3 columns. Here I mark all 3 columns and then comma 2. Look at the value in column 2. Enter. So 73.45 is between these 2 numbers, greater than 73, less than 76, so the grade is C. And then I copy it down. But when I copy it down, I think it's not correct. I don't get the values for these numbers. Why? Because I forgot to lock the table. I should go back. When I enter G1 to I13, I should put F4. And therefore that range is locked. Now when I copy it down, click, everything is fine. For example, 62.97 is less than 63, and therefore it is D minus. 95 is greater than 93, and therefore that is A, and so on and so forth. Now suppose I also want to find the score corresponding to C minus, C, D plus, and so on and so forth. I can do it in several ways. One of them is equal to VLOOKUP, and then I have the grade here, comma. I'll go and mark the range. The range is here, and I lock it. But this time, instead of column 2, I look for column 3. And that is the score of each student. That is one way of doing it. The other way of doing it, equal to VLOOKUP. D is the value. Look at the table. Now I should mark this table. What am I looking for? Should be in the first column always. When it is allowed also to be in the range of 2 numbers, I don't need to enter anything at the end. But if I want an exact value, I need to enter something at the end. When I need exact value, the first column need not to be sorted. It can be in any format. Obviously, F, D, D, C, A, B, this is not sorted, plus and minus. So I am looking for D in this column, in this matrix, F4, comma. Where do I look for? Column 2. Have I allowed some value to be in a range? No. Between two values? No. I should find exact values. So over there I need to enter 0. And now everything is fine. If this is not sorted, I could have not done this part. It should be sorted when I'm allowing a number to be between two other numbers. But when it is looking for exact values, the table does not need to be sorted. So I have all the functions down here, and that was an explanation about VLOOKUP. Thank you again. Thank you.